Hey everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie. On this episode of CD Junkie, this is going to be another odds and ends video where I just talk about some of the stuff that I've been listening to recently before it gets filed away. Because I always just pull stuff off the shelves, pull stuff out of the boxes, get stuff in the mail, and it just gets all put into piles. And then, once or twice a year, I go ahead and I go through and I put everything away. If it fits, of course. But this is just a random stack of things I pulled. And on this video, I'm also going to discuss a few quick things that I really want you to check out that I've been involved with that are not on my page, but I would really appreciate if you went and checked them out. But those will come at the end of the video. Right now, I have a 3 CD set by the Shylights. I have to admit that I'm a little disappointed with the sound quality in this. It doesn't sound great and wonderful. In fact, it sounds kind of maybe compressed at some points, and it sounds like it could have been taken off a cassette. I don't know what the problem is. It's not a totally great sound quality, but the material is just fantastic. Of course, everybody knows the Shylights from the 70s. I've also been listening to, this is the last Status Quo album, and it is actually a version that came with 2 bonus tracks. And then you also get a live disc. Now, I never listen to live CDs, so I haven't listened to that, but I love the 2 bonus tracks that were on this. And I love Status Quo. My favorite, my most, I've seen XTC, I've seen The Jam, I've seen Squeeze, I've seen Split Enz, a bunch of bands. But my favorite live concert of all time was Status Quo at the House of Blues in Anaheim in 2004 during the Heavy Traffic tour. Amazing, amazing. And since I'm getting a Love Tractor CD in the mail sometime this week, maybe next week, I went back and listened to some old Love Tractor. And if you're into like early REM and some of the Athens Sound, Pylon, stuff like that, it's a great CD to get into. Here's something interesting. Pick this up. I've been eyeing some of these CDs at a local store here in Sacramento. But now I was able to pick up a box set. It's called Piccadilly Sunshine. It's like psych pop from the 60s from the UK. And this is volumes 11 through 20. It's a 10 CD set. It features all of those, and it's just a bunch of obscure bands, bands that maybe broke up and became bigger bands, but it's just great psych pop. There's a total of 20 volumes, so I still need the first 10, but this was at a great, great price, so I had to get that. Piccadilly Sunshine is just fascinating, wonderful stuff. Here's something that I pulled out and was listening to. It's a 3 CD set filled with 12-inch mixes from Australia from the 80s. So I especially wanted it because it has a Split Enz track called I Walk Away, which is extended. But there's so much great stuff on there. But it does have Hunters and Collectors, The Models, Eurogliders, Kids in the Kitchen, Ice House, Kate Ceberano, Machinations, people like that. Here is another thing I've been listening to. It's an old San Francisco band from the punk new wave era called the Mutants. Now, this is a lot tamer than what you'd expect. Kind of a mixture of B-52s and indie rock, and it's a lot of great songs, unique and quirky. Not that crazy and wild, but still so much great material on there. And then, of course, I got in the mood to listen to Beach Baby. So I had to pull out my First Class CD. And this is there. And I'm a Utopia fan, so I've been listening to Deface the Music and the Self-Titled. So, of course, I had to pull out the this CD that has the Oblivion and POV releases on it. Plus, it has the tracks from a compilation called Trivia. And they combined all of that onto 2 CDs. One of my latest videos, I talk about the Shakin' Stevens box set. This is the Singled Out compilation that has 3 CDs of all of his hits and so much more. The Bluebells Sisters, if you didn't watch my video talking about that, you may want to check it out. It actually is their sisters album. This is their only album. There's some slight different mixes. They've added 2 songs that Elvis Costello produced, and then they also replaced one of the songs with an earlier version, but it's just so fabulous. This is the way that the band wanted the album to sound. And then, of course, I told you in one of my last videos I was listening to a lot of Bobby V, 2 of the later albums there. Yeah, a lot of people think of him as that, clean-cut little kid, but no, he became a hippie. I'm a huge Chris Rea fan. I've got box sets and CDs and all that stuff. This was a CD that was kind of a gray area CD. This actually came out on vinyl, and then the vinyl had a CD that came with it. Well, some entrepreneur in another country that I'm not allowed to say the name of, because I don't think you're allowed to say Russian Federation on videos. But anyway, they sort of pumped this out, and I got this. Then it turns out that all of these tracks are available. There's a 3 CD set that's just come out that I haven't been able to get a hold of yet by Chris Rea called Era 1, which combines his hits, album tracks, B-sides, rarities on 3 CDs. And I'm really looking forward to getting that because it has some stuff I've never heard. But this is, all the tracks off of this are on that 3 CD set. So if you have been thinking about buying this, just stick with buying that Era 1 compilation. And French pop vocalist, I don't know if it's Yee Yee or Ye Ye, but Jillian Hill's there. And it's got a lot of great songs on it. It's all mono, which is fine with me. Here's a CD. It's an album that was supposed to come out in 1980, never came out. It's been remixed, remastered, and it is stupendous. It's the last. Look again, this was supposed to be their second album, never came out. It is chock full of great power pop, garage pop, just great songwriting, great energy. It's wonderful, but seriously, if you love the album LA Explosion by The Last, or if you love the LA garage pop, psych pop, power pop scene, this is a must-have. Here's yet another gray area CD. This is very gray area, actually, because I knew it was gray area, but I wanted to get it anyway. It's Neil Diamond, The Complete Bang Recordings. It's 1 CD set, and I know a lot of his Bang recordings have come out already previously on CD, but there's still some songs that were missing. So this combines them all. Of course, it is a gray area CD, if you know what I mean, but it's really pathetic, the person who put it together. His Bang recordings were 65, 66, 67, around there. You know, when he was writing, Cherry Cherry, Solitary Man, I'm a Believer, stuff like that. But all the pictures are like late 70s, early 80s type pictures. So that's somebody that didn't do their research. And a great, I don't know if you want to call them sunshine pop, psych pop, Baroque pop, but Orpheus, been listening to that lately. And this is a best of Orpheus. It's a 2 CD set. And that's a great listen. Before I show you the last thing, I wanted, a lot of people have been emailing me, messaging me, texting me, saying, Schnee, how come you don't acknowledge drama in the VC here on YouTube? So I thought, okay, it's time for me to acknowledge drama. Hello, drama. The 1980 album by progressive rock band Yes. How are you? There, I acknowledge drama. This has just come out. There's a great band called Immaculate Fools from the UK. They've been around since '85. And there was a period there where they weren't recording whatever, but they've been pretty consistent putting out stuff. This is a box set that just came out in Cherry Red. I'm going to do a video focused on this release, but I wanted to tell you about this now for a particular reason. Here's all the albums there. And you might be thinking, oh, Schnee, did you do the liner notes? No, but I did. It's even better. I talked to the band's leader, Kevin Wetherell. And, some of you are familiar with my videos on my channel, my video podcast called Beach Blanket Fort Bingo. Well, Cherry Red, the label, asked me to do an interview that they would put on their channel. So you get the same quality Beach Blanket Fort Bingo, with the music sound bites and the, and the tight edits and all that kind of stuff. But it is an official Cherry Red Records TV YouTube channel video. So I'm going to put a link to that in the description card so you can click on it and you can go watch that interview that I did for Kevin Wetherell when we talk about the Immaculate Fools. And finally, Rachel, the Music MAM VC, on her channel, she has a daily live stream, and a lot of people like to go there and have great conversations about music and other subjects. And but it's just great fun. You want to learn, you want to find interesting people. Anyway, Rachel had been asking me for a while to interview me because she has this little interview series. And we finally sat down and we did an interview. It actually lasted an hour and a half. I'm honored because I don't find myself interesting or anything that I do interesting, but if somebody is interested in interviewing me, oh my goodness gracious. Anyway, We did the interview. It is up on her channel. I'm going to put that in the description card of this video, and hopefully you'll take some time to watch that. You know, you see me up on this channel talking jibber jabber about things, but on that interview I actually talked jibber jabber about me, which I find kind of awkward, but I did have a good time. I have to admit that. I thank Rachel for taking the time to do that. Anyway, that is it. I just went through some of my odds and ends. I acknowledged drama, and I told you about some sites where you can find more videos that I've done. So I appreciate you hanging out, and please continue to stop by. I love talking with you and chatting about all this great, wonderful music that gets me so excited. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and to ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.